Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Canny Corso. So I'm out here with some of the dogs. I've got Don Juan out here, and I've got a smaller group like I did yesterday, but I have the other group. And got Don Juan out here with Tillicum. He's smelling him. He's like, oh, I don't know about that. Dogs found a bottle. So today I wanted to talk to y'all about something that I've recently come to realize. And y'all know me, I like to share knowledge. So recently I've gotten to this point in my life where I've stopped caring about what other people think about me. And that's been a hard thing for me to do because I've always wanted to be a good person. And so I always felt like if you didn't care what other people thought about you, then, then how can you be a good person? And I think that I, in my youth, didn't really understand that it doesn't have to be like all or nothing, right? And so there was this point in my life where I really felt that I had to explain my decisions to people, and that I had to be like a people pleaser. And I've gotten to this point where it actually came about because I had a person contact me recently, and they were asking me, they didn't say, there was no, hi Rachel, how are you doing? There was no introduction. There was no nothing. There was just, why did you do this? That was the question. Why did you do this? And I was really offended by the question because it's like, well, first of all, hi, how are you? You know what I mean? And it was just rude. And then I'm saying to myself, like, do I know you? Like, no, you're not my friend. I may know of you, but I don't know who you are. I don't know you. You're not my friend. I don't talk to you on a regular basis at all. And you just randomly start questioning my decisions in life. And it's like, it was like this point of like, what makes you think that I have to answer you about my life choices? And there was a time when I wouldn't have felt that way. In fact, there was a time recently where I did not feel that way, where I would have been like, well, I got to explain myself. Here's why I'm doing what I'm doing and blah, blah, blah. And I've just gotten to this point where I don't care. Like, I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you like my choices. I don't care if you do like you know what I mean? You like them, don't like them. I don't care if you like my dogs, don't like my dogs. Like, I don't care. This is my life. These are my dogs. This is my program. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it, build your own. Get your own dogs. Get dogs that you like. Breed dogs that you like. Buy dogs that you like. Like, I don't care. But what I do know is that I don't waste my time worrying about what other people are doing. I'm way too busy. I mean, I have, my own family and friends, I have to like text. A friend of mine yesterday called me, and I just hadn't had the time to talk, and I had to text and be like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm not ignoring you, but I've just been really busy. And that's just how I am. I stay busy, you guys. I have all these chickens. I've got this life that I live. I do things. I stay busy, and I don't have the time to sit around on the internet looking at what other people are doing, wondering about what they're doing, their life choices. Not to mention it wouldn't do anything for me. It's like, oh, okay, there's the answer to that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And, if I decide to talk about something, it's because I want to talk about it. It's because I want to educate people about something, and that is it. And so, and I don't want, and this is not just for me. Like, I want other people. I want, people told me this and it never really sunk in, and maybe it won't sink in for you either. But I want to share this because it's something I've learned, and I do like to do that. And that is that. Psst, guineas. Sorry, I'm trying to film, and the guineas are being loud, and I'm slightly irritated this morning. So this is what I want to say. You don't owe anyone any explanation about any choice that you make unless you are someone's child. And I mean child. Okay? Or your husband or something, you know what I mean? Something like that. Like if you don't know someone in your day-to-day life and they're not your friend, then you don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them an explanation for anything that you do. And don't feel that you do. And the reason why I think that we're all confused about this, and this is, I was really thinking about this the other day, because when this person messaged me, I was so offended by it. And I was like, why am I offended? Like people have been asking me stuff all the time. Why am I offended? And I realized that the reason that it bothered me is because the internet has made being nosy acceptable. And people have forgotten basic manners and what it is to be nosy, to be getting involved in people's business and to just be wanting to know what other people are up to, you know? And being nosy is still a problem. It's still a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a bad trait to have. And I think that the internet has desensitized us to that. That, you know, Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff has desensitized us to the reality that being nosy is a negative personal trait to have. And that if you're really curious about someone's life choices and things that they do, there are ways of communicating with people that you need to take into account. You cannot just, you can just ask somebody why they do something, but it's rude. It's absolutely rude. And there's no tact, and it's bad manners. And maybe a lot of people are raised on the internet these days, and they don't have parents to teach them good manners, but you know, if you're going to talk to somebody, you know, start off with a slight intro, you know what I mean? Like, hey, how you doing? You know, introduce yourself. You know, maybe talk about, you know, why you're curious, and you know, be respectful. And if you can't be respectful, then be quiet. You know what I mean? I'm done explaining myself to people. I'm done with any of that. If you're not buying a dog from me, then you have I have no vested interest nor duty to explain to you why I do what I do with my dogs, or why I breed which dogs I breed, or why I do what I do on my channel. If I delete a video, if I whatever it is that I choose to do is my business. And if I did it, you should assume that I had a good reason for doing it. And it may not be your business. In fact, 99% of the time, it's probably not your business. And I sure as heck don't go around questioning other people's life choices. And I don't appreciate it when people do it to me. And you shouldn't appreciate it when other people do it to you. So I don't care, you know, that people have lost their manners on the internet. I have really discovered, you know, this level of self-confidence in myself where I just don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care if you like my dogs. I don't care if you think there's something wrong with my dogs. I don't care. If you are not buying a dog from me, it does not matter how you feel. You're more than welcome to feel that way. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I will absolutely 100% of the time block the person. I will delete the comment and I will block the person. And some people might say, well, she just doesn't want controversy. But I don't. If you think that there's something wrong with me deleting your comment or your or not responding to your email, then you have a very inflated sense of self-worth. Okay? And you really need to examine that as to why it is that you think that I am obligated answer you, to leave your negativity up. You know what I mean? Like, I am under no obligation to do so. It's just the way it is. And so, and it's a very freeing feeling, okay? Extremely freeing feeling to not care what other people think about you anymore. Now I care. Now, if Reese was to call me and tell me something, I would care. If my mom was to call me and tell me something, I would care. If Savannah was to call me and tell me something, obviously, because those are people who I trust, who I love, who I know, and trust, that know me. You know what I mean? And they love me, and they want my best interest at heart. But if you're just some random person on the internet, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not going to answer you. And I don't owe you anything, and I'm not going to. And if you don't like my dogs, oh well, good for you. Go find somebody's dogs that you do like. Good for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a non-issue for me. So, that's all I have to say about that. So if you write me an email and I don't respond, there's a good chance that I didn't feel the need to, or I didn't get your email, one of the two. But I'm just done with nosy people. I'm really done with these people who just want to be all up in your business. And I don't like it. I'm done with it. I think the internet has ruined people's ability to be respectful to one another and to mind their own business. And, and I'm done explaining myself to people. So I just want to make that clear to anybody. If I decide to talk about something, if I just decide to explain my intentions on something, I will do so. But I will do so because I wanted to, and not because somebody asked me to. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that, people can learn from that themselves in their own life, that you don't owe anybody an explanation for what you do. If somebody's not paying your bills and is a big part of your life and has your best interest at heart. I don't know what's up with this dude. He's been doing this since yesterday. He's been toppling over. He's never had like the best structure for a chicken. He's really wide and heavy, and he's been just like coming back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna make it very long, but it is what it is. So, I still have his brother, which is a better bird anyway. But like I said, it's a very freeing thing. You should try it yourself. Free yourself from the feeling that you owe anyone an explanation about your life, about who you are and who you choose to be and anything like that. Live the life that is best for you. And I'm a Christian, so I do have morals and rules and such that I go by. And, I highly recommend Christianity, but, if you choose a different way, that's for you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push my beliefs on you, but I will let you know that I found a lot of wonderful things have happened to me since I've really rededicated myself. I would even say like I'm a born again Christian, because I always was a Christian, but I didn't take my faith seriously like I do now. And all I can tell you is really wonderful things have happened since then. So do you boo, you do you boo, and don't let other people's opinions get you down. It doesn't matter what they think. The fact that they're even worried about what you're doing shows that you're farther ahead than they are. When you are at a point in your life when other people are concerning themselves with you and your life, then you've definitely accomplished something. And the worst thing you can do is begin to think that somehow those opinions matter, and that you should start changing what you do, and that you should start, bending the knee to people who have an opinion about your life. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I hope y'all are having a good day. It's going to be really hot today, so I'm going to get these dogs inside. Do you mind not screaming over me, bruh? Bruh? So anyway, hope y'all are having a good day, and I'll talk at you laters. Bye.